behind the world's most influential fictional world, Harry Potter.
Hold on!
Because she got rejected by 12, if I'm not mistaken, it's 12 publishers. The defining trait that separates her from everyone else is Joanne Kathleen Rowling.
And I think the shed more properly should be called a workshop, but I always call it a shed in my head.
Worldly known as J.K. Rowling. She's a famous author and she's the person behind the world's most influential fictional world, Harry Potter.
Hold on!
Before all of that, before all of the fame, she was struggling to make ends meet. Back in the 90s, where she's divorced and she has to take care of her children, she kept on writing. She usually wrote in cafes because her apartment was too cold, and that determination has made her where she is now today, where Harry Potter is now today. The defining trait that separates her from everyone else is perseverance. So what is actually perseverance? It's the continuity to act. Even the motion is quite slow. The results aren't even showing at the moment, but you kept on pushing. You kept on working towards the dream. And that is perseverance. Just like Rowling's story. Well, she's basically divorced. She doesn't have anyone that's caring for her. She has to take care as a single mother. She got a daughter. And I think she's quite young, so the mother has to stay with her. But she got to make money somehow, right? And that is how she needs to juggling part-time as a teacher. But then it didn't stop her because she know her purpose. She know that she want to make a new world, a fictional world, such great image, starting from a boy finally discovered that that he is a wizard, which is Harry Potter. Even though that her real world is basically crumbling apart. And this led to her next rejection. I mean, it's the next rejection because she got rejected by 12, if I'm not mistaken, it's 12 publishers. And again, she tried until that one successful moment when she approached Bloomsbury Publishing. Because that one single moment, the chairman of Bloomsbury Publishing, like he got the 8-year-old daughter, she couldn't stop reading about the story. And finally, it made a turn point of her. Finally published the story and it went, like today, it went viral. It went everything and it was booming. Because that one single moment, she knows that she's driven. She knows where her purpose. She knows that what she wanted to build, and that is how her perseverance pushed through. Even like no one saying yes to her story, but she didn't stop, right? And that is where we can learn from it. So, well, yeah, basically for perseverance, you don't have to be a great author. You don't have to be the very most influential or the most creative person to read a fictional world such as Rowling. No, but you can basically put into use to your everyday life. Now, let me give you an example. Say you have a job and your boss, maybe your coworker, doesn't care about you, or maybe they're even bad at you, or maybe they even ignore you. But you have to get and have the perseverance to push through because it's the job you've been asking for. It's the job that you are now part of. You have to find a way to make it work. You have to find a way that you can show, I can do it better than anyone else. I can do it much better, much faster, and much more efficient than anyone else. And that is how you can get noticed. And your perseverance must stay intact. If not, then you will like, oh, okay, maybe this is not the job for me. I will leave the job. I will just resign from it. But the same thing, again, it will happen again in the future because you don't have the perseverance. You don't have the strength. You don't have the determination. Again, it's basic, but you gotta have it. And also maybe it's not a job. Maybe you're a freelancer. Maybe you're a photographer. But Well, as you know, not everyone is asking for a professional photography for their everyday lives, or maybe just for specific moments. But you have to show them, even if you are famous or maybe you're not, you got to show them your portfolio, the photos that you got, or maybe you can offer free service for them. Say if they like it, they can come back and try to get you as the freelancer for the photography service. And I think that is how perseverance, and you can use it for your everyday lives. I know this sounds simple, and sometimes it may not be easy, but you have to understand how important it is to have the perseverance, the determination, how you work toward the goal. And this is going to be very, very useful for you as you growing up, as you grow older. Like maybe when you're young, maybe just look at me, say, maybe if I got this strong sense of purpose from a very young age, I will keep on pushing. And I hope so as you, because that is how we can build our character, how we can build our future based on our perseverance. And for me, and that is how you can master your perseverance. Remember, you don't have to be a famous person. You don't have to be a famous author. You don't have to be the most creative of all. But you have to get that sense of purpose, because when you have it, your determination will have to push through it. Your perseverance will keep you intact to your goals, will keep you checked when you pursue your vision. So that is how you can maximize your perseverance. And if there's anything else you want to discuss, any kinds of traits, or maybe even any person that you want to know that we would like to discuss, please write down a comment below, and we'll see you in the next episode.